$100 MBA Show, the business podcast that delivers fresh business lessons every single day, fresh out of the oven, with our daily 10-minute business lessons for the real world. I'm your host, your coach, your teacher, Omar Zenhom. I'm also the co-founder of the $100 MBA, a complete business training and community online. Check out our free courses and our free guides over at 100mba.net. In today's lesson, you will learn questions to ask yourself before you give up. I'm going to set you up with a set of questions I want you to write down. Yes, I want you actually to make a note of these things today. You can jot them down in your phone or on a piece of paper or on your computer. It doesn't matter, but these questions are really important, especially if you're struggling in your business right now. Even if you're not struggling, these are great questions to ask because you may have some struggles in the future. A lot of people ask, how do I know when it's time to give up, to change my business model, to maybe give up being in business altogether? I'm going to give you specific questions to ask yourself. This is like a self-quiz, and it's going to help you work your way through it. I can't wait to get into it, so let's get down to business. Today's episode of the $100 MBA Show is sponsored by HostGator, your all-in-one website solution. Get started in minutes and do it all without breaking the bank. HostGator lets you get started with your business website for only $5 a month and will grow and scale with you. To get this exclusive offer, 30% off hosting, just go to HostGator.com/MBA30. Again, that's HostGator.com/MBA30. You're struggling with your business. Things are not going according to plan. You're not getting the results you want. You're asking yourself, should I quit? Should I give up this business? Should I try something new? Should I give up business altogether? I'm going to give you a specific group of questions to ask yourself in order for you to figure this one out. This is a tough spot you're in if you are in this position. And I've been there before. And these questions seriously help. All right, let's get into the first question you got to ask yourself. The first question you got to ask yourself is you got to ask yourself, why did you get into this in the first place? Why did you start this specific business? And jot down all the answers you can think of. Be honest with yourself. This only works if you're 100% honest with yourself. So if that answer is, I wanted to make some money, write that down. I wanted to make X amount of dollars a year. I wanted to have freedom. Whatever it is, write it down. You got to be as specific as possible with your answers. Why did you get into this in the first place? Why did you start this business? Remember, this question's not asking, why are you in it now? Why did you start it? No answer is a wrong answer. The only right answer is an honest answer. So get honest with yourself. Now, once you've written down all those answers, you got to ask yourself a question to each of those answers. How did it work out? Be honest, because you might say, financially, it's been lousy. How did it work out for that one? It's lousy. Nothing's working out. Freedom? I do have freedom. That's good. Check that one. So answer the question, how did it work out? How are things going right now? Meaning, did you actually accomplish the goal that you set out when you first started this business? Which one of those are a thumbs up? Which one of those are a thumbs down? And which one of those are not exactly a success, but also not a failure? Again, just be honest with your answer for each one. As you can see, you got to answer these questions in order for this to work. All right, let's move on to the next level. Now that you've looked at what are the things that actually worked out, which ones didn't. Let's say, for example, you're not making the money that you're looking for, but you have the freedom and you're getting the fulfillment. These are the reasons why maybe you decided to start the business. Now you got to ask yourself this question. Is giving up the things I got out of this business so far worth not having the business altogether? In other words, say for example, you got the fulfillment and the freedom, you're really enjoying that, but you're not getting the financial goals that you set out. Is quitting this business worth it, or are you going to miss those two benefits that you got out of the business? Are those more valuable to you than actually not having the financial goal that you're getting? Because you know your financial goal. Maybe you're not hitting the mark, but the mark you're hitting right now is not so bad. Because you got to remember, if you give it up, you're going to be sacrificing some of the things that you did get out of the business. You don't know if you're going to have that in the next business. It's not guaranteed. Only thing that's guaranteed is what you have right in front of you. So ask yourself, is it worth giving up the business and giving up the good things I got out of the business in order for me to shift gears? All right, next question. Have you given it all you got? Are you satisfied with the effort that you gave this business? Be honest. Some of us, we work on a business on the side. We work on it whenever we have free time, but don't really dedicate to it. We really didn't give it our all. We really didn't schedule the time on the weekends and the evenings and really gave it 100%. We may be distracted in this part of our life right now. We might be busy with other things, personal things. It might be ice hockey season and you're a huge hockey fan, so you spend a lot of time watching hockey games and therefore your business suffered. This is practical stuff, guys, really. So ask yourself the question, did you give it all you got? Is this the best you can do? Be honest with yourself. If that answer is yes, write down yes. If no, here comes the next question. What would the best you can do look like? If you didn't give it your all, if you can do better, what does better look like? What does that mean in terms of commitment, time, effort? What does that look like? Write it down. Write a description. I'm serious, guys. Writing it down makes it real. So write down, what does giving 100% look like for you? Give a typical week. Write it down. Once you've done that, ask yourself the next question. Are you prepared to do that? Is it worth it for you to make that kind of effort to keep the business alive and to keep going and to hopefully get all the goals accomplished, not just the ones you've had so far, but in this case or in this example, also getting the financial goals you've been wanting? Is it worth it? Again, be honest. If it's not worth it, if you say, no, that's too much work, that's too much sacrifice, I'd rather not, I'd rather do something else, that's fine. Only you have to uphold that answer. Only you have to live with that answer. So if you're happy with that answer and it's the honest truth how you feel and what makes you satisfied, then just be honest. But if the honest answer is, yeah, it is worth it. If I can commit to it, I could do those things. I can commit to that week that I outlined, and it would be worth it for me to get all the goals I wanted. And here's my last and final question you need to ask yourself, and it's a biggie. Why have you kept doing it up to this point? You're going to have to dig deep with some honest answers here, guys. Why? Why are you still doing this right now? And if the answer is because I don't want to fail, or I believe I can do better, or I don't want people to think I'm a quitter. I don't want people to say, hey, what happened to that business that you're running? And you said, oh, it didn't work out. And that's why I keep going, because I don't want to be one of those people. Is it because you truly believe in your product and service and know it can be successful? You validate it. You just need to put in the time and the effort. Answer the question honestly. And your answer could be several answers. And the reason why you're asking this question, because I believe that sometimes for ourselves, understanding the consequences of our actions really helps us make a better decision. Sometimes people quit a job because they're really frustrated. And then when they quit the job, they said, oh, it actually was a pretty good job. I was just having a bad day. Or I didn't appreciate it. I didn't have perspective. Now I'm in a different job and it's not even close as nice as the other one. The same thing can go with business. So ask yourself that question. Why haven't you quit yet? If all the reasons are pointing to, hey, I can do this, this is possible, this business idea is valid, I just need to do the right things and dedicate the time and effort, then keep moving forward is my opinion. But if you have different answers that don't suit that narrative, if your answers are, I just keep on doing it because I'm bored, or I don't have anything else to do, like I have no other business idea that I want to pursue, or I like to play business. I like to have a business. It just makes me feel good for people to think that I'm an entrepreneur. That's not a reason to keep going. That's not a reason for you to keep pursuing a business that's failing. So be honest with yourself. Guys, I got more on today's topic, but before that, I got to give love to today's sponsor, HostGator. One of the things I love about HostGator is their 24/7 live support via phone, chat, or email. That means that any time of the day, any day of the week, if you need any help with creating your website, running your website, updating your website, they got your back. It's like having your own tech team on call 24/7. Not only can they help you with your website, but they help you with domain name services, SSL certificates so you can have secure checkouts, upgrades, migrating to a larger server as you expand your business and grow your traffic. HostGator is your all-in-one solution. And best of all, they do it all without breaking the bank. Get started for only $5 a month with their exclusive 30% discount for listeners of the $100 MBA show. Just go to HostGator.com/MBA30 to get this awesome hookup. Again, that's HostGator.com/MBA30. Guys, I apologize if today's episode was a little heavy, but these questions are so important. I don't want you to give up because of the wrong reasons. I don't want you to have regrets. So it's good to stop, pause, ask yourself some questions before you do. Reevaluate, figure out what's going on. I had to do this a whole bunch of times in my businesses in the past. I still do it. I struggle. I have obstacles in my business. And I have to ask myself, why am I doing this? All these questions I asked you to ask yourself today, I had to do for myself. I still do it. And it allows me to refocus. It allows me to remind myself why I'm doing this and what's the goal and what I can do to reach that goal. Am I doing enough? If not, what can I do? If so, is it just a time game? I got to be more patient and have more of a long-term view. This allows you to think a little bit more logically about your situation rather than emotionally and just feeling frustrated. I hope these questions help, guys. And regardless what these questions prompt you to do, know that you've given it your all. These questions help you give it your all. And there's nothing wrong with that, giving it your all and then moving on to something else if it doesn't work, or moving on from business completely if it's not a good fit for you. All right, guys, I hope that helps. And I hope to see you in tomorrow's episode, where we talk about the 7 steps to 1,000 true fans. This is to show you how to actually get to that point that Kevin Kelly talks about having 1,000 true customers that allows you to have a thriving business. It's pretty cool. Only 1,000 and you're good to go. Anything after that is gravy, but they gotta be true fans. We'll talk about that tomorrow. Make sure you hit subscribe so you get it automatically. All right, guys, before I go, I wanna leave you with this. Only you will have to live with your own decisions. Whatever decisions you make, you're going to have to live with them. So the best way for you to make sure you make the best decisions possible at the time you're making the decision is to take a pause. It's just to wait for a second and ask yourself some questions, evaluate. These questions should help. There's no reason to rush a decision, but more importantly, you need to make sure that you're making a decision that's well thought out. These questions allow you to do that. To say, hey, I thought about this. I asked myself the right questions, and this is the decision I made. It's the right decision. And that's going to make you sleep better at night, make you feel better about the decision you made about you and your business. All right, guys, I hope that helps, and I hope to see you tomorrow on the $100 MBA Show. I'll see you then. Take care.